for another episode of America in Black and White. I am your host, Charles King. Tonight, we have a very special guest, Mr. Michael Porter, that's going to give you guys some insight on community entrepreneurship and mass incarceration. Let me tell you all a little bit about Mr. Porter. As the general manager of Choice Hotels International, I led the operations and performance of one of the largest hotel chains in the world. With the help of my team, I increased the occupancy rate by 35%, the great satisfaction score by 20%, and the revenue per available room by 25% in the past 8 months, earning the 2021 General Manager of the Year Award by American Hotel Lodging Association. With just 4 years of experience in hotel management across different brands, locations, and markets, I am a proven certified brand builder. I am passionate about connecting hotels and communities, creating memorable experiences for guests and employees. I am an expert successfully launching and promoting a new hotel concept, products, successful launching and promoting and services for Country Inn and Suites by Radisson and Telsa. I have a very strong background in hospitality, food service, and customer service management. I am always eager to learn new skills and best practices in the industry. I love solving problems, creating and optimizing business opportunities. To accomplish my goals, I focus on delivering key outcomes, building amazing teams, extended families, and quickly adapting to new learnings. I am starting my real estate company, MPTP Real Estate LLC, with my fiance. I am a striving philanthropist for minority women, men, children, and all walks of life. I am writing a book, Michael, Mr. Google Me Porter, coming soon by December 2024. It's my duty to motivate others to be kind, happy, positive, and self-loving. I educate, refine, and drive myself to be a better person day by day. I am constantly learning because I never settle. I stay calm when faced with adversity. I focus on making high-quality decisions. I enjoy meeting new people and hearing new perspectives. Embrace your failures, for I encourage you to use failures as the blueprint for your success. Every day is another opportunity to make tomorrow better than yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Mr. Michael Porter. Hello, Mr. Porter.
Oh, man. I love it, man. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. King, for having me, brother.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Is there anything else you want to add to this that people should know?
I just want to say, man, I'm honored. I'm thankful, just to be on your show. This is a dream of mine. I watch your show a lot. I see your movement, and I just want to get the message out and help as many people as we can. If we can inspire, we can motivate. This is what we want to do, and not just because what we want to do, but this is a duty.
Well, you bring a plethora of knowledge and skills to the show tonight, and I'm trying to actually figure out where to start. And so, where I'm going to start by is I'm going to ask you to tell our audience, who is Michael Porter?
Michael Porter, man, he's a he's a loving man. He's a brother. He's a father. He's a son. He's someone that wants best for not just himself, but the whole world. He been homeless. He been without, but he been with it all. He had it all taken away. He's just a human being. Michael Porter. He is everything that we all want to be. Just a person. Want to be seen. Want to be heard. Don't want to be told that what we can and can't do, because we can do anything. Michael Porter just want to be an inspiration for all who has no voice. For the women, that feel like that they can't talk because You know, they've been going through a lot of things with the abuse, the people that's on drugs and alcohol, the people that's in the neighborhoods on the back streets, you know, feel like that this is the only way, the only thing that they can do. I'm Michael Porter. I'm here to tell you, it's not. You can do anything you want to do. There's nothing holding you back but yourself. Michael Porter, I would just say, is just a regular human being.
So, Mr. Porter, tell us, how did it all start?
It started with self accountability, holding myself accountable and not blaming others about where I'm not in life because of me. You know, you want to tend to blame someone else, tend to blame this person or that person. Why you ain't help me go get a job? Why you didn't? I know you. Why you didn't help hire me this place? Why you didn't give me transportation? Just stop with all the excuses and just started doing. Stop looking at the problems and started being a solution.
Mhm. And so, as you say, it started by being accountable in other situations. So, tell us this. I mean, was there something in your early life that influenced this great positive community person that you are?
Just going through a lot, man. Just going through a lot of hard times. Like I say, embracing my failures, you know, and I'm glad that it did happen, you know, like being part of Katrina. I'm not glad that that happened, but I'm glad that I was able to see a way out. Uh, Never giving up. Just starting at the bottom, man, and knowing that it got to be something better. It has to be something better, because you know we watch TV and we see other families and people living a different life than what we're living. And when I got a chance to just leave, I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. So when I got a chance to just come outside of that, and most people say think outside the box. When I started thinking outside of the box, that wasn't it wasn't logical to me. The thing that's logical is it ain't no box.
Excuse me. So you say there is no box.
It's no box, man. You know they say crabs in a bucket. No. Why would crabs be in a bucket? No. These are things that we gotta untrain and retrain our thinking ability, thinking how we think.
Okay.
Um, Being positive and just knowing that you can do it.
Mhm. So what brought you to that point where you just knew things were going to be great and you were going to be the successful man that you are today?
Well, I didn't know. I still kind of like don't know
Mhm.
until I be like out. I be in California. I be in Texas or be in Atlanta, and someone will recognize me. But I didn't know. You know, I still feel like that. I'm still the same. I'm trying. You know, as I go, I wasn't around. You know, people. You know that they had a great success or done a lot of things. So I'm learning as I'm going, and I'm just embracing it. You know, the gift that God has blessed me with. I'm starting to understand that we all are human beings. We all are one person. You know, we all come from the same source. So we have to be kind with each other. We have to show love to each other. Just like you feel like if that kid out there doing something bad, then you know, and he out there doing something bad, then yes, something negative is gonna happen. It's the same way with doing things that's good. You know, when you start just doing good, and first of all, you have to speak it before anything being done. So once you speak into it, and then you actually go to doing it, things will come, things will start going your way. You
Mhm.
just can't give up.
Mhm. And so, so tell us about your journey as to what transpired before you became this great general manager at the very first hotel you worked at.
Okay, I was raised correctly. As I look back, my mother, Janice Porter, she's a school teacher from Jackson, Mississippi. My father, he was an engineer. He did blueprints. He wasn't really in my life, but when he did come in, he did tell me and enlighten me things. But we got subject to living in uncircumcised, conditions up in the hood. Coming up and just seeing the things that was around me, it kind of influenced me. Not to do what they was telling me to do, but what I was doing, what I was seeing every day. Um, and ended up landed me in prison. Never been in trouble. I had never I was had a basketball scholarship, and I ended up selling marijuana. And Mississippi caught me, and they gave me 5 years. I did the 5 years. I was in Parchment Penitentiary. It was just I was just depressed, man, just at the lowest point that you possibly can become or get. And that's when it came to me, um, that it got to be something better. I just cannot die like this. I cannot live on a do and keep going like this. So I made up my mind that no matter what, whatever little breath I got right now, I'm just gonna and do my best. I'm not gonna say they caught me and someone told on me and blaming others. No, I made the mistake. They got me. So that's where we started. And once I started thinking that type of way, and I just started just trying to do the right thing, and I started seeing blessings come. When I got out the 5 years in Parchment, I was back in Jackson, and I ended up leaving and just had an epiphany to leave and move to Minnesota. For what? I don't know. Um, I have no family there. I don't know no one there. So when I moved to Minnesota, I started off in a homeless shelter, and I stayed there for like about 2 months, and I just went out just door to door, knocking on doors trying to get a job. And Goodwill gave me my first job. I was so happy that I was working, and I was so proud of myself for getting that job, and I just was going every day for about 8 months. And a guy come in and he was like, Michael, he the district manager of AutoZone. He was like, man, every time he come through there, I was so just good with people and just nice to people. And he offered me a managing spot at AutoZone, and I ended up taking it. The third month when I was at AutoZone, I won like the number one salesman for Minnesota out of 155 stores. I was so proud of myself and so happy that I won this type of award, that I got recognized, that I called home. I remember calling home and I was talking to my pops. And he was like, I was like, Dad, I was so excited. I was like, man, they just gave me an award and I won it. And he was like, son, that ain't nothing. I'm like, why are you talking like that? And he was like, son, you're about to do great things. You're about to change the world. And it just set, I just wasn't, I wasn't receptive from it. And he passed away like the next week. So that was like the last thing that I heard in his head that stuck in my mind. So I'm just keep putting out the love and keep working hard and helping people. And a lady come in and she was like, her name was Shelly, and she was like, she was a regional manager over Speedway, which is a gas station. And she was like, have you ever been a general manager? And I was like, I never been there. She was like, the way you are with people, we will teach you. I mean, we just need you to come in and help out with these stores and guide these people, but we can teach you the operational side. And I ended up taking it. She gave me they gave me like the worst store in St. Paul, Minnesota, to be exact. And the third month again, me being at that store, my store went number one out of almost 200 stores. And everybody was like so shocked that this store went number one because it was in the middle of a neighborhood. And they want to know why. They put me all on the news, and everybody want to know how did I do it. And I told them, don't nobody want to be a thief. Don't nobody want to sell drugs. People feel like that they in survival mode, so they feel like this is what they have to do. So I just started helping people. Like I see people come in, and I can identify them if they quote unquote want to take something. I will offer them like, some water or drink or anything. There's something on me, a donut. And they started like being a shelter for us. And instead of stealing, they started helping. And a guy comes in. I was there for 9 months. A guy comes in and he was with Motel 6. He was one of the owners. And he came in and he said that what I was doing was cleaning up his hotel. And it was the Motel 6 behind the gas station. And I was like, what are you here for? And he was like, he wanted to offer me a job. And I just laughed. I was like, man, I wouldn't get caught dead at a Motel 6. And he told me how much it was, and I was just overwhelmed. And I was like, what do I have to do? And he was like, come sit down with me. So I went and sat down with him, and I took the job. The third month, again, between that, George Floyd get killed right in front of the hotel. So,
Oh, wow.
yes, I'm in the middle of the pandemic. I'm in the middle of the riots. I'm in the middle of it. And you remember I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. So remember when Katrina had happened, and when the New Orleans people had came to Jackson, the murder rate had rose so fast, like overnight. It was like one of the highest. And we had a restaurant in Mississippi called Three Sons. So my cousin and I, we like cooked up all the food, and we went and handed out the plates, and they put us on the news, and because they were saying that by us feeding people, it brought the violence down.
Mhm.
So we was like, oh, okay. So, because remember, they was fighting over food, water, they was fighting over ice, gas, they was killing over it, yeah, toilet paper. Um, yes.
That
So
was about survival.
yeah, man, people went straight into survival mode. So fast forward time when I go to prison, I was in there for the 5 years. I was in the zone at Parchment where the banging kicked out, where people was getting killed dead. It's like 150 of us in this one room.
Okay.
And they started banging, gang banging, and a lot of people got killed. And I survived. And I knew how to survive in a hostile situation. So fast forward time when I was in the riots, in the middle of the riots, I instantly knew what to do. It's like I was trained for this.
Mhm.
So I knew I knew to stock up on toilet paper. I knew to stock up on cleaning supplies. I shut 3 rooms down and I filled up the rooms with them. And I had a whole line of just St. Paul coming, and we was feeding them, we was giving them plates. Brought the murder rate all the way down. Everything around me had got burnt up, and we was helping these families out, and hundreds of families. And the state of Minnesota came and they wanted to help out, so they brought us an 18-wheeler. And now we're not just helping St. Paul. We started helping out Minneapolis, the whole area. And the same time, Tesla was bringing in us a charge port, and he was like, "Man, it took me 3 hours to get on your parking lot, and it's like you got the whole world here. And what are you doing?" I was like, "We feeding people," and he was like, "I'll be back," and he come back with a $20,000 check in a letter that said that told me that Tesla wanted to back me, and they wanted to help donate and help out for the situation, and that's how Tesla had got involved.
Oh, wow. So not only have you turned a negative situation into not just a positive career, but just positive things are popping off in your life, and your life is starting to take off and is starting to escalate.
Yes.
So as it starts to escalate, how do you feel now, or are you feeling this, and how are you handling those situations?
Um, Therapy. Good therapy. People like Deion Sanders reach out to me because I didn't understand what was happening in my life. It was like it happening overnight. Where people would say, "You became successful overnight," and I'm like, "No, I really worked hard. I really worked at this, and I don't want to take none of this. You can't take none of this away." Um, you don't just take a Motel 6 and make it number one in America. By not working hard or doing it overnight. No, it's a process. And when they came to me and the news people came and they was like, "Mr. Porter, how does it feel out of 55,000? general managers in America, you are number one for small properties, 200 rooms or less. And I was like, I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe it because I was only 6 months into doing a hotel. I didn't even know really how to really, I haven't perfected the front desk. And now I'm winning this national award that I don't even have no clue about. So once they flew me out there to Los Angeles and we had the award show and I seen how big it was. I seen how everybody, all the heads of the hotels was there, and little old me, Motel 6, and I'm like, it was like everybody was. It was unbelievable. I didn't know that it was Black History until I actually walked up on stage and got the award. When they was telling me that, I was the first Black man to win this award out of 60 years of hotels, and then I was the first Motel 6 to ever win this award. So it was two histories made in 1 year in the pandemic year of the worst year that we possibly had.
So let me ask you this. So let's tie this first part here down. So tell me, so with all this being done, how are you relating to the community in which you're helping to build and to stabilize? How was the community? What was your your relationship with the community, and what took place in the communities after this event?
Yeah, it was a transition. Every state that I go into and everywhere that I go, I do connect with the community because that's the first and foremost. Like now, I just go around and I deal directly with ownership. And I like to deal with the ones that wants to help the community, wants to help the people out, wants to be involved. The community embraces it everywhere. They embrace it. They just need help, any type of help. Um, Everywhere I'm going, we starting off. We doing libraries, we doing books, we donating to the homeless shelters. We're doing everything that we possibly can do. We're working with the police departments, the fire department. We're making donations. We letting them know that we do care and we are someone do care and we are here for them. The world is going through a hard situation, and we want everybody to know that we are friends.
Wow. So the what was your relationship with the hotel chain while this was going on? I mean, what was the other positive outcomes? Were there any other positive outcomes that took place as you started to grow and people started to recognize you?
The hotel chain, they pretty much, long as the money coming, those are the ones I wanted to get away from. That's why you see me transitioning. That's why Choice is such a great hotel chain by the way that they're doing things and how they're not just they're more about the people, the employees, all the people that's working with them and the ownerships. They really giving everybody opportunity and space to work and be involved and have control over their own future, their own destiny. Um, and that's the part that gets complicated, with the politics. Something I knew nothing about until I got into this, and I'm starting to see, everybody that smile is not happy, and everybody. But we do want to push the issue that we are here to help. We're not here to you ain't doing nothing if you don't have people that's hating. You ain't. A wise man always told me, if they ain't hating on you, you ain't doing nothing good. So that's why I always say, embrace your failures, embrace the things that you feel like that you're failing in, and learn. Because we didn't have a blueprint to no one to show us how to be successful. So through your failures, if you look at your failures, you can actually figure out your blueprint to become successful.
So I want you to give us a glimpse of your early educational influences. How did academic pursuits shape your path?
It was academics, but it was really more of because I don't have a college degree or anything. But it's really more of common sense. Uh, People first, you
Mhm.
know. People first. They want to know how you do good business. Easy. Just keep everything simple. Deal with good people, because a good person can't do bad business, because that's a good person.
Mhm.
Um, just common sense. You got to understand things are simplified now. Try to keep everything simple. Don't try to trigonometry everything. Um, Try to do and just do your best. I just put my best foot forward. I go into everything with respect and love, and I have a passion for it. Just helping others, and it's like a domino effect, because it's so much going on in this world. If you watch the news, they'll tell you that, oh, this world is so bad, it's so bad. Yes, but it's a lot of beautiful people and a lot of beautiful things in this world too. It's a lot of people that help you. It's a lot of people that have. It's a lot of love. All you have to do is just put it out there, and it will come back.
You know, as I listen to you give this, as you explain these wonderful situations, I think the thing that shows more about the authenticity of not just who the person you are, but how genuine things are, is the humbleness that you're expressing. It's easy to be humble and to express, just how things are. But I think the story and the thing that people should get from that is, you being self-made, and being self-made, has shown you pretty much everything that those that you, as you say, that are on this high chain, that got the entitlement thing going on and things were given to them, where you got yourself there by just working on you.
Yes.
How does that
Um,
make you feel?
I feel great, man. My mom, my granny, I gotta give it to him. Miss Mamie, my mother, Janice, man, she always tell me, son, that if nothing's given to you, you got to work for it. You got to work for it. And they always stamped that in my head ever since I was small. They always told me I was gonna be great, but it wasn't until I started to understand me. I started understanding self love. Because as you look at it and I turn around, we all was taught and was told the right thing, because all of our families do want better for us. It's just until we accept it, who we are, and then fall in love with yourself first. Because in order for me to love you, I have to love myself. And if I love myself, then I cannot disrespect anything around me, because I love me too much. When I started doing self love and doing a lot of self motivation and inspiring myself, because I was like, I wasn't motivated. I was like a shy kid, skinny kid. Got picked on. I always talk noise, and you know, and I just couldn't wait on my chance, man. Because just you have to love yourself, man. Because this, if you fall into all this pressure and these pure things, man, it'll bring you down. But I would say yes, you got to love yourself.
So, with what would be the one thing that you would like to leave with our audience and the young people that are looking at you right now? What is it that you can say to them that they can take as a lesson for life forever?
And I would say, don't let them tell you what you can and can't do. Don't be a fool and do what's right. No one has to teach you what's right. No one has to tell you what's right. You're a human being and you understand what's right and what's wrong. Just do what's right, even when no one's looking. Just do what's right. And you can do it. Push yourself. Don't give up. And you can't, if you don't go through things, life is about experiences. Don't beat yourself down just because you failed at something. Do it another way. Try something different. Try something new. I never thought that I would be working in hotels. Never did. I never thought it, but I bounced around and did so many different jobs until I found something that I'm actually good at, and it's natural. Just find your niche, and you can't. You have no excuses. You know if you don't know something, you have no excuses. As long as you got a cell phone and you got Google, Google it and look it up. and go out there and do it.
I like that. That means a whole lot.
Yeah.
Uh, so tell us about some of your career milestones.
Man, my career milestones is Michigan kids. Elementary school called me, and the principal called me, my mom them, and they put me on an overhead projector, and it was just these 9 year olds and 10 year olds, man, and they was I've been on all the news, the CBS, the CNNs. I've been on all of those, but when those kids, 9 years old and 10 year old, they asked me the hardest questions, and they were so excited. Like they want to know, how did you get out of prison, and how did you become number one? You really drive a Tesla? It was those kids. That was a milestone when I started seeing the youth and what it was doing, the impact that it was doing. Uh, when I went to Compton and I got out, and I just seen a whole crowd of people, and they knew who I was. Just when I went back home recently, about a year and a half ago, and just went back to my neighborhood on Ginger Street, around the curve, and I just started talking to them, and it's just you can see they understand and they can hear me, and they want to do better. I done got phone calls and DMs of people telling me, "Hey man, I got the job over here at this place, and man, I'm trying to strive to be a manager." And I'm like, man, that those are the milestones that I take to the heart. Like, you don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to be a rapper. You don't have to be a good anything. You can do what you want to do. All you got to do is just Google it if you don't know it.
Right. Hey, I like that. Um, so so are there any breakthrough projects at this point in time?
Yes, right now we in the making of putting my book together. Michael, Mr. Google Me Porter, all platforms. So Michael Google Me Porter. We do have we are in talks with Netflix, the documentary of my the story of my life on how I became who I am today, and all the things that I went through, and lots of speakings, going to the schools, going back to the penitentiaries, the jailhouses, anywhere that I'm needed. I just want to be there. Anywhere that I'm needed, I'm a very spiritual person, and wherever it guides me, that's where I go. Everybody asks me like, "Where do you live? Where do you live?" I live everywhere. I live everywhere and I love everybody. I don't go into places with like I'm the toughest, I'm the baddest, I'm the smartest. I don't go into situations like that. I go into every situation like, how can I help you? How can I be an assist to you? Because I just want to help out as many people as I can. And by me telling my story, like I want to thank you for giving me a chance to tell my story on your platform. Like I said, I love your show. I love watching it, man, and it inspires me on all. I went back and looked at all the shows that you done put out, and it's phenomenal, man. You're doing a great job, and I just want to know you got a friend in me for life, and anybody that's trying to, and thinking, just know that you can.
Well, I definitely appreciate that, and I thank you very kindly for those kind words because this platform is one that's growing. It's a lot of work, and I take pride in it because it's something I do want to do,
Yeah.
and it means that much to me. So I noticed that also in reading your bio, it says that you and your fiance are about to do a venture. Tell us about that.
Yes, my fiance is over one of the tops Marriotts. She does the same thing I do. She general manager. She has over I want to say 100 and something tennis courts at her hotel. She's in Georgia. Um, she just like inspired me. She motivates me. She supports me. She give me all this energy that you guys are seeing. She does so many things. She's on the board of the chambers, and I just never seen no one just go so hard, and I look at her and I talk with her all the time that like it's just inspirational, just to see someone just doing it their way, and just she the one that tell me, just Michael, just do the right thing, just always telling me, just no matter what, no matter everybody say, okay, I'm gonna do the right thing, I'm gonna do the right thing until you get challenged to do the wrong thing. And
Right,
then that's when the decision making comes up. But
right.
long as you keep your morals and keep your standards, you will. Even when no one's looking, do the right thing. Cause just because you can get away with it, doesn't mean you should get away with it
That is true.
because it's not the right thing.
Mhm. So as far as entrepreneurship, is that the only venture that you guys are working on, or are there going to be more projects to come along?
Yes, man. We even have a cookbook. We have a cookbook. I have actually three books that's coming behind this book. The first one is gonna be like the Michael Google Me Porter is gonna be just the story of the hotel. It's a lot that's in between that I tried to make real quick and put up in this podcast. But it's so much that I left out, that key points that I want people to get. Um, After that, you're gonna have me going to me growing up, me going to prison, and the things I encountered while I was in there. And I just want to put this out because and it's gonna be an audio to everything as well, an audio book. And I want to put this out there because I want people to know that, man, you can do it. There's nothing holding you back. It's all about you. You are the decision maker. And if God gave us free will, can't nobody take that away from you.
That is true. Now that's absolutely that's so true that a lot of us don't realize that until it's too late. And when it's too late, and if it's something that was for you, and if it's past, you may have to wait till it come back around again, unless you know how to actually really get there and grind and make it happen.
Yes. And I want to add, luck is very small in this. Luck is very small. Opportunities are created and made. You can make the opportunity and you can create the opportunity. We are creators. There's some come, some go. But you can create your opportunity at any given time. All you have to do, if you don't know, Google it and go out of it.
That makes sense. I thank you so much for that, and I hope that the people out there listening, I hope they actually catch
Yes.
the meanings to all these wonderful nuggets that you're dropping, because they are very, very important nuggets.
Yes.
So tell us, do you do any mentoring at all?
Yes. I want to give, when you say that, I want to give a big shout out to Nigella, Tyler, and Noah, because these are my kids, and that's what they want to be so much involved into. They just love for us to go around and talk to the kids, and they bring their friends around and just want to mentor them and tell them so much stuff and help them grow. Um, I just use every aspect around me, man. Just use the whole heart, the whole love. Everybody that's around me. My fiance, she's involved in everything, by helping me with the elderly people, by helping me maximize all of this that we're this energy that we're harnessing, and we want to just push it out there to everybody that we can possibly touch. And at the same time, we want to educate our kids while we're doing it. And when your kids seeing you do things, they want to get more involved. So I would just suggest everybody, find something that your child like, and get involved into it and be with them while y'all do it together. That way, they not only learning from you, but they actually learning a way to be better.
So, so in your early years, what experiences fueled your passion for strategy?
Uh, just by being in them life and death situations. I'm from the neighborhood, man. I really come from the corner of the curve over there. I really came from that. just by being in them life and death situations, being able to think real quick, real fast, because at any given time they might be shooting out over there. Any given time you can lose your life. I come from I come from that neighborhood, and just by having the mind frame to, doing what's right. I wouldn't say, people that's growing up in these type of conditions, I would say use it to your advantage. I would say, keep everything that you know, but understand that everybody didn't grow up like you. So if you're trying to get anything understood, understanding is the number one thing. So I can't go over here and talk like this to this person when they never grew up like I did, that I will talk like over here. I will have to talk a language where they will understand. If you get in trouble for a ticket or something, you're not going to the judge and telling the judge, "Hey, judge, I don't want to pay that ticket." No, you're gonna get a lawyer, somebody that can talk for you, that can talk that language. So you want to get understanding, and just by being in those situations, my whole life, uh, I just had to relax and just put it all in perspective, and just really lead with respect, and show a lot of love.
So, can you tell us, like, for what you was just speaking of just now? Um, can you relate any of that back to the time when you was incarcerated, to where you can actually do the parallel connection, where how they intersected and connected?
Yeah, I can. I remember, man. It was my first like 6 months, and I didn't just understand the system. I was depressed. Like, why am I in here? I'm still having them thoughts like, why? I got 5 years and I'm in here for marijuana, and everybody around me got life sentences, and you ain't never going home, and they murderers and all type of things. And I just had a perspective on everybody that was around me, and I'm alone, and just depressed, and I'm just mad. And I remember, uh, they used to get these dice up in the penitentiary, and they used to shoot dice in the back of it. They had real cash money, and they used to shoot
Really?
dice. Yeah, real money, real cash money, bankroll like you see on the video. Yeah. And
Oh,
I still wanted to be the same person I was on the street.
right.
And I remember, I'm back there with him. I'm shooting dice, and an altercation popped off, and I seen myself just surrounded by like 8 people, with their knives out, and instantly, I'm like, oh, I'm finna die, and I remember just using my weapon. Hey, you get to talking real good. Then hey man, look, I'm not here for, for none of that. I'm new here. I know, and we got some understanding, and
Your internet is frozen. Hello? Your internet was frozen.
yes. Okay, yes. Prison will teach you to be better. Better at how you use the better. You're gonna be a better bad person, or you're gonna be a better good person. But prison's gonna teach you one thing: how to be better. It's how you choose it. And I chose to be a better person because that life ain't for me.
Well, you know something, you already a good person. So it's just all of that light just started to shine. That's what that was.
Yes, I
And
agree.
so as that's shine, apparently, things are actually growing. And these are the kind of success stories that I think a lot of people that's in the inner cities or in our communities need to hear about, because they need to learn and need to understand that, as you said in your bio, your failures should just be failures, but that don't mean that that's you as a person, and you should always keep looking and keep pushing,
Correct.
because apparently that's what you have done and that's what you are doing. So, so as we look at this right now, have you thought about, or are you guys and just thinking about as you do not just your own endeavor, but the endeavors that you're doing now with these hotel chains? Are you guys doing any collaborations at all with anyone or any organizations?
Yes, me and my fiance, we collaborate a lot with Choice Hotel and Marriott. We collaborate a lot. We bump ideas with each other. It's like when she had Oprah and I mean, what's it, Tyler Perry them at her hotel. We collaborate on a lot of things together. Um, because we understand it's a big word. It's not just a small thing. This word is so big, and as long as you working together, I mean, there's no limit to the thing that you can do. And like I said, we figuring it out as we go as well. Like I talk to her mom all the time, and she always tell us, you two people, two powerful people getting together, and the energy y'all have. She's so headstrong. I'm so both of us alphas, and both of us, want to get things done in this world and make it happen. And her mom's is a great blessing to me too. Add on to my life as well. And it's just a whole community of us, just trying to push forward for the just better, not just our family, but the whole human, the whole race.
If you had one word to describe yourself, what would that word be
Mm. If I had one word
to describe you?
to describe myself,
Hmm.
I would just say philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
Yes,
And so, why philanthropist?
because doing that with that, I want to just it would be exactly what I want to do. It'll be me reaching people and helping people just with the power of my speech, with the power of words, and inspiring people, motivating people. Um, the words is more powerful than anything. Words start wars. Words end wars. Um, Words love. Words are so powerful and strong. you know like I didn't need anything from nobody, but I needed their support. I
Right.
didn't need the money or anything. I just needed somebody to tell me those words. Michael, you can do it. I just
Mhm.
needed those words. So I would say philanthropist, man, because that puts me in the car to just help out as many as I can.
So, even throughout all of this, you're still the giving person that you started out to be.
Yes, I would. This is how I go out, man. I would. I mean, God bless me. I would not help somebody. I used to say why a lot. Now it's why not. When I met Elon Musk, um, it was I kept saying why. He was like Michael, not. I was like why. He was like not. I was like why. He was like Michael, add not, and I'm like, oh, why not? And Elon said the realest thing to me when I met him. He said that he said what did he say? He said that the smartest people in the world are not the smartest people in the world. He said the smartest people in the world are the people that know how to place the smartest people in position to be the smartest. I said, wow, that's very powerful. He said, he asked me, do I have a mechanic? Would I have a mechanic work my front desk? I said, no. He said, what would you have? I said, I would have him doing like mechanic stuff, like mechanic things. And that's when he said, the smartest people in the world are the people, that place the smartest people in the right position so they can overall be the smartest.
Well, I'll tell you like this. That's really a lot, and I can say that I'm sure that people are actually getting the feel of what it is to just not be selfish, but just to give and help as much as possible. If you had a group of people, let's say you had five people. Now you got five people, and you guys come across a situation where is about building and survival that's at place. How would you handle that situation?
If I had 5 people and it's about building and what now?
And making that situation better?
If I had 5 people about building and making the situation better, I can put that in one word. Um,
Hmm.
we would do it all together.
Together. So it's the
One.
teamwork.
You have to have nothing is by themselves. Nothing. There's nothing in this world that no one did by themselves. You have to have a team, and you have to have people. You have to have. It's like if you own a business. Yes, you can have employees. If they don't like you, they just coming for a check. But imagine if they love you, then you will have the number one business. All of
Yeah.
these businesses that's successful and that's good, they have great employees because the employer treats the employees with respect.
Mhm.
That's all people ask for. They're not asking for much. They just asking for what they're worth and respect. That's it.
That's interesting because I think when you think about most businesses and in different industries and the way they operate and they function, a lot of times, do you think companies make the mistake of overlooking the employees that are actually working a lot?
Yes, that's the reason why you're seeing things like a Motel 6 becoming number one in America. That's the thing. That's why you're seeing all these companies outbeat these huge mega companies because these huge mega companies tend to lose people more because they're overlooking people. No one's being held accountable for what what they're doing. So they're losing a lot of people. They're not understanding that in order for this building to even function, you have to have employees. But back in the days, what they say, the customer is always right. No, they're not. I'm telling you now, they're not always right. You have
Hmm.
to respect your employees. You have to pay people what you can pay them and what y'all negotiate. You put that on a good playing field and you treat everybody with respect. Then your business will blossom. It will blossom.
Wow. Now, for me, that was a moment because I can say I've always been confident about what I do, but I had a moment in business myself, where especially during this COVID situation, it was really really ugly. And for me, I survived that. Then I had no employees and couldn't get no funding like these other folk that was taking advantage, even the folks with the fraud doing that PPP thing.
Mhm.
And so I look back at that right now and I say I'm a very fortunate person. And for some people just give up, but I just refuse to give up. And I'm still here today. But can you kind of like talk about any struggles that maybe you have faced,
Yes.
especially from a business perspective that you didn't give up on?
Yes. Um, First of all, there's nobody in heaven that said, "Oh, I had an all great life. Everything was good." No, everybody that's
Right.
in heaven is saying, "Man, I didn't think I was gonna make it. Man, I barely got here,
Hmm.
but I made it because I kept going. I kept fighting through it. I kept pushing." You can't say you're a good person until somebody in front of you cussing you out and you humble yourself and you hold it down and you still do the right thing. You're not gonna do anything without being challenged. You have to be challenged and you have to overcome. All of us are going through things. Everybody going through something. But how many people overcame? See, not
Yeah.
many overcome of what they're going through. Yes, I had a
Mhm.
lot of challenges, man. I mean, as coming up as a black male into an industry that is filled with every other race but ours. I do feel some type of way when I go to the conventions and it's 5,000 general managers and I come speak and it's only 50 blacks or it's just I'm just not understanding it as I go around this world. But I have faced a lot of challenges but I learned that it's all me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not nobody else. It's all you. Cause if anybody challenge you, then you have to accept the challenge. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just because someone doing something to you, that don't mean you have to do it back. You know,
Exactly.
just because somebody being mean or angry or trying to hold you back, that doesn't mean that's a lot of people. It's a mind game. I mean, if you have people that say, I had employee that like, why you not at the other job? And they say, yeah, I had to walk off something because I ain't finna work for all it. I'm like, but you lost. That company not gonna lose because you lose a check. You taking food out of your family mouth. You're not gonna
Right.
strike the company like that. No, you don't make that whole company. It's a multi-million-dollar company. So the best way to do things is just be a good person, and you lead with love, and you lead with respect. If someone don't like that, then you automatically can identify what that person is, and you just either stay out that person's way,
Mm-hmm.
or you just look for other avenues. You don't have to be content in just being here. Never be content. I
Mm-hmm.
always want to get better. And like I said, you got Google. You can Google another job, but stay at that job until you get that job. Never take food at your household before you just flip off with the pride thing.
Right. So, so tell, can you, if you don't mind, if it's comfortable with you, can you tell the people out there that are watching how they can actually get in contact with you if they've got questions or want to just learn a little bit more about your experience and how they can get better?
Yes, you can look me up on all platforms. Michael Google Me Porter. Um, and that's all platforms. It's the same name. IG, face. Even I'm old, so I'm still on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. I'm Michael Porter. Yes, get in contact with me, man. I'm not trying to doubt you. I'm not trying to take it with me. If I can help you, I'm trying to help you. If I can't help, I'm trying to at least point you to a right direction, to the right person that I feel like that possibly can help you. Cause I want better not just for me, but I want better for you as well.
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Porter, I want to appreciate you for taking the time to let us learn a little bit more insight as to your success and all the wonderful things that you are doing. And I wish you much more success because I know that that's going to be coming.
Yes.
Uh, I want to thank everybody out there for watching. For those that are watching on the YouTube platform, if you would please subscribe and hit that notification button where you will be notified as of every show that's about to happen. I would definitely appreciate that. And Mr. Porter has been here this time, but that don't mean this is the last time. I thank everybody for taking the time out for being here. I want you to have a great evening, and please catch us tomorrow if you have the time, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on American Black and White. Thank you, sir, and the same back to you. Y'all have a great evening, and I definitely appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. You have a great day.
All
Love
right.
everybody.